What's what's happened here? Good evening, Clark. Welcome to the Tasting Bothy. How are you?
Hello, Willie. I'm doing very, very well. It's a long time since we've been
Excellent.
here, so I'll be looking forward to this.
It's been
It's good.
3 or 4 weeks, Clark, since we last did this, but I was conducting a wedding last weekend, and then there's a couple of weekends when you've had things on as well, so it has been a little while. So I'm looking forward tonight in the Tasting Bothy, where every dram tells a story.
Hey.
And then we make the rest up.
Well, that's it. That's right. That bit's good. The rest of it's nonsense.
I will. Hopefully, it's just good banter rather than nonsense.
Okay, we'll go for that then.
I'll open up the wee chat bit because obviously Ron and Tony normally join us, but it'll be unsuspecting to them for us to actually start on time. Normally we're about 5-10 minutes late, and just as I said that, Tony has joined us. Tony has joined us.
Oh, it says 2 people.
So tonight, Clark, two of your drams from the Paul John Indian whiskey.
Yes, it's actually called the Paul John, but it's from John Distilleries in Goa, India.
In Goa in India, that's correct. So it's the John Distilleries in Goa in India.
That's right.
Which is quite interesting because I know that Ian MacLeod, we've opened a distillery across in India as well. And I don't know if that's to do with exporting whiskey across into India is more expensive than it is to actually create across there. That may well be the case. Mm-hmm. But the good news is that it usually 12 to 13% quicker. So normally when we we've got to put it in the cat. It's got to be in for 3 years here before we can call it single malt whiskey, as is the same in India.
Is that right? Yeah.
But what they mature in 3 to 5 years could be anything between 10 and 12 years in the cask, just because of the sheer temperature over there, the evaporation and everything that takes place. So they can kind of turn their whiskey over that wee bit quicker. So we tend over here in the UK, we've got non-age statements. Yes, that's fine. But the tendency is we wouldn't necessarily put something directly into a bottle at, the 3 years and a day stage, although having said that, I've just purchased an Edradour 7-year-old that came up today for sale at 48 quid on one of the whiskey sites that I look at. And I thought this might be something interesting. I love an Edradour. It's a special expression. So I thought it's only 7 years old. I'm going to have a go at that. I'll buy that and we'll have it in the Tasting Bothy and we'll see how that actually goes. Good evening, Ron. Welcome to joining us in the Tasting Bothy.
Oh, Tony says it's 3 times faster over there. There you go.
And that's true. So we're going to start off with tonight the Paul John Brilliance.
Brilliance, yes, it's the Brilliance.
Right. So Clark has informed me, folks, that we've done this before.
Not in the bothy.
We've never done it in the Tasting Bothy.
No,
we've only ever. So back in July 2021, I think you said 2024. Actually, was it?
It was June 21, 4 years ago.
June 21. There you are. That's when it was.
Last time we tasted this.
So it was the last time, but we've never done it here in the Bothy, so we thought we'd do it. I can't remember doing this at all. Good. We've obviously had a good night away with the caravans at some point, Clark, and this has been one of the drams of the night. So it's nice. It's like a brand new dram to me.
Good. Well, I've not had it in a long time either. I stuck at the bottom of the back of the cupboard a long time ago, and that's it just been dug out.
Aye. I think you need to go to the back of that cupboard more often, to be perfectly honest.
I think you need to. You need to come up and help me go to the back of that cupboard.
Well, if I must, I shall. Far be it for me. That's what pals are for. We're supposed to come and help our mates out when they can reach the back of the cupboard. You can hold me by the ankles and stick me in and I'll see if I can get there. Just in case I disappear. into Narnia. Anyway, shall we have a wee nose at this? I like the colour of it, Clark.
Right.
It's an interesting colour. It's, I don't know how I'd describe it.
It's a light gold, I would say.
Honey coloured, I would put it as.
Honey. Oh, yeah, good. Okay, go for
got that honey colour to it. And actually, looking at the viscosity of this, it looks quite oily, Clark.
It does, eh? It does, eh?
I'm watching the legs now start to appear on the glass. That's taking a wee bit of time. And to think that this is between 3 to 5 years old.
It doesn't say on the bottle how old it is, so I don't know. Unless you've got inside information.
Well, what I know of the John distilleries, they tend to be between 3 to 5 years old because they're already getting that like 3 times faster. So we're getting a 10-year-old roughly for what we've got in that short period of time. So it tends to be that. This one was finished in the bourbon cask, Clark, by the looks of it.
Yes, it's a bourbon cask finish, it is indeed.
Because the other one we're going to look at later on is the Oloroso one, and I love the colour of that. That is absolutely
it is.
Anyway, so I was taking the assumption that this here is done in the bourbon cask.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It doesn't actually say that on the back anywhere, but I'm pretty sure it is.
One of the things I remember from a bit of research I did a number of years back on this is that they use barley from the foot of the Himalayas, Clark. So they don't import barley in, from a maltons. They actually get barley from the foothills of the Himalayas, and they malt that to create their whiskey.
There you go.
Just one of these wee facts that I picked up somewhere.
Every day's a school day. This is great.
Okay, I know, but I love it. Anyway, let's have a wee nose at it.
Right, we'll go on then.
Oh. Well, the first thing that hits me is that light green apple. That's the first thing.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Well, I don't know whether it's just my nose or whether I immediately associate these things with figs, but that was what I thought. I thought, oh, here we go. We've got a figgy whiskey again.
I wouldn't disagree with that. And it's got that, I know this always sounds bad, but I didn't mean it in a bad way. It's got that furniture polish type.
Oh, yeah.
Nose to it. That linseed oil.
Yep, I know
it's waxing it.
Aye.
It's got a lovely nose in it, Clark. I like that. It's light and fresh. It's really refreshing.
Isn't that nice? Is there a wee touch of Werther's Originals in there as well? You kind of buttery toffee kind of a...
I would say that it's got that kind of, I was going to say salted caramel type. Well, if that's aimed at my napper, you're going to get, you and I'll follow it. If you're talking about Mr. Sheen, don't you be giving me that. I'm not glaring. I've made sure that I put the talcum on the top tonight to make sure it wasn't shiny. Anyway, let's give a wee thing on this apple, Clark.
Cheers.
Oh, wow. It's the spiciness. It's lovely and sweet. Oh, I like this.
It's nice, eh? Aye.
I'm glad I couldn't remember this. But the question I need to ask myself is, how could I not remember this? How could I forget what this tasted like? This is lovely.
It's a broad dram, isn't it?
It's got that salted caramel, like I said. It's got that kind of...
There is a saltiness to it, Definitely is, And
it's spicy.
Yeah.
As you would expect for an Indian. I don't know how they get that as spicy as that for the casks.
Don't know, that's nice, way.
And then I'm left with on the palate, on the finish, a really nice orangey peel.
Aye, it's a dark orange, isn't it? A kind of a dark orange.
It's like a Terry's
Orangey
chocolate
peel.
orange, to be honest with you.
Aye, that's the very thing. Aye. Mm-hmm.
And there's even a wee hint of rye in there. Oh.
Well, they know how to make a whiskey and go anyway.
They do. I hope they know how to make a whiskey in Una as well, because that's where Rosebanks or Ian MacLeod have got theirs.
I think Goa.
Certainly Goa.
I think Goa's on the east coast of India, isn't it?
Yeah, aye, and Una's in the north.
Mm-hmm. That's a bra wee jam. I like that.
Aye. There is nothing I didn't like about this, which means it's going to be hard to score.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Last Tuesday, I was at a tasting with the Whisky Club, Falkirk Whisky Club Clark, and it was Springbank. So I had a Springbank, I had a Campbelltown, I had a Long Row, and I had a Hazelburn, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And this is better than any of the ones that I think I had last week. Which is really strange. The one that was my favourite was the Long Row. But
I do like this. This is a lovely jam.
What I didn't want to do is shoot my bolt at the beginning here. Begin this a better score than the Oloroso.
Well, that would be a bit. Well, if it deserves a better score than it does.
Well, that's true. I'm really enjoying it. The more now that I'm getting into now that I've had a bit of a taste and a nose. There's a wee bit of cinnamon there.
Is that what your spice is that you get a wee taste of?
Aye, maybe that's where that wee bit of heat's coming from as well. Maybe a bit of ginger in there. I'd love to know what casks they are actually matured in. So obviously it's a bourbon cask. So which would normally mean that bourbon's obviously put into a virgin oak cask. So I don't know where they buy their casks from. I don't know if they're getting their cask like from Jim Beam or one of the kind of bourbon, if they come directly over, or if they're, if they've been, if that means it'd be a first fill virgin cask, put the bourbon in. So I don't know whether this is coming in a first fill cask, whether it's coming in a virgin cask, or whether it's coming in second fill or refills or whatever that's giving it that flavour. But it's absolutely fabulous. It's really.
I remember being impressed with the last time we had it. It really is, bro.
Aye.
There's still a few halves
left. It is on my nose.
There's still a few halves left in the bottle, so we can enjoy some later.
Good. Do you know what I'm getting? This is really going to sound strange. Ryvita with butter on it.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. That does sound strange.
I think what I mean by that is I'm getting that oatiness. I'm getting the bourbon, the apple, but I'm also getting some sort of crisp bread, like Ryvita. That's why I said Ryvita, because it's more like a
rye bread.
It's not a bread, like a doughy bread. And it's like I'm really getting butter on my nose, as if somebody had spread butter or. Anyway, that's just me. Maybe I've drunk too much of it already.
No, we certainly no drank too much of it. That's for sure.
The other thing I like as well is how it coats your tongue. It's not too oily.
Though it's got a long finish, though. It lasts a while.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that orange, chocolate orange that lasts.
Tony says he's got several Indian bottles, and he says
I see that.
they're all fantastic.
But he's saying that the speed of maturation is much faster when it's at 40 degrees all year round.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Aye. And that's very true. I mean, the fact that they get that constant temperature over there, although that means the angels take a bigger share.
Oh, those greedy angels.
Well, I don't mind, as long as when we get to heaven, they're happy to share what they've been getting. They've got some belters up there, Clark.
I'm hoping they're storing them somewhere nice and handy for us.
So they are.
And they'll say, right, for you guys that appreciate this stuff, here you go. Walk this way.
Yes, definitely. I think the Heaven Whiskey Club will be fantastic. Might have a few members right enough. Anyway, I like that. I love it. I love the freshness on the nose. It's so fresh and lively and vibrant on the nose. Couldn't recommend this highly enough, Clark, actually.
It is. It's a broad dram, isn't it? Really broad.
Yeah. Yep. So
Angels be fair, let me say.
I'm going to score this. I'm going to score it 8 out of 10. I'm giving it an 80.
Oh, I've gone above you there, boy. I think it's
that's all right. You're allowed to.
You've given an 80. Oh wow, I've gone miles above that. I've given about a 23 out of 25 on each stage, because I think it's a great job. So I'm hitting a 92, which is an exciting amount for a foreign dram.
For an Indian dram. Aye. I mean, and that's fine. I mean, and I would quite happily meet you halfway with that. And bring mine up to an 86, 87. But I noticed that Tony's mentioning about the Welsh Whisky Festival in Llandudno. And to be honest, I saw that the other day there. It's 2 weeks away. And I was actually looking to see if I could organise a trip down to Nantwich for my own business and pick up with the Whisky Festival. But the fact that he mentions it gets messy, I'm not sure that I'd make my work the next again day. I've got to be able to drive, so.
Whisky festivals add work that they didn't really work for me, why?
No, they didn't work for me either. Right, I'm not finishing this, Clark. I'm going to leave myself a wee dram to come back to.
Okay, I'll do the same then.
Because I've enjoyed it that much.
It's a broad dram.
It's been a great dram. I mean, to be fair, and I'm going to review my score for you.
Aye.
I'm going to take it up to 87.
Yeah, that's I think
taking it up to 87.
I think that's a more realistic score for a good whisky.
Right, okay.
Because if you're leaving at 80, you won't get any more.
I'm quite happy to do that, because I was probably setting my bar because I'm looking forward to trying our next dram.
Aye.
And I think that's the thing, is that, you know, I love an Oloroso sherry cask. For me, the finest Oloroso sherry casks come from the Ian MacLeod Distillers stable, and that's a Tamdhu.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree.
Being able to compare and contrast this with one of those will be interesting. So looking at it, it is a lovely dram. It's a lovely mahogany colour,
it is.
which, you know, again, we don't know. This will be a non-age statement, I presume, unless you've got
again,
someone.
it's a non-age statement. That's right. It comes in a wee bit stronger. It's 48%. This one.
Right. Okay. So it's what they'll class as their cask strength. I don't know what it goes into the cask at. I'm presuming, because this is just a kind of thought line for me, is that we tend to put stuff here in the cask at about 63, 68, 70% proof, whatever. But then the maturation time is a longer maturation. And so over that time, the cask strength drops down. So you could put it in at 60 odd percent, but by the time it's matured and it comes out and goes into the bottle, that could be down at cask strength at 57% or 53%. This here, though, may have gone into the cask at 50%. And in that short period of time that it's been in the cask, it's coming out at 48. So it's really interesting that maturation process within a cask, that we want that longer period of time for maturation, that the Indians can get away with by doing them very short. So we've done the brilliance, and now we're going to look at the Oloroso sherry one.
Now,
like I said, I love the colour.
I've deliberately not had a sniff or anything of this. I've just left it. So,
well, neither have I. I've no nosed it either. So anyway, let's have a wee nosy at it then.
Oh, that's
that nosy is stronger than a 48% ABV. If I was blind nosing this and tasting this, I would never have said that was 48%.
Right.
It noses about 58 to 63%. We've both done the Tamdhu residency at Rosebank.
Yes, that's right.
That's as every bit as good on the nose as any of these ones I noticed at that residency.
Well, that's I would say that's high praise indeed for the folks at Paul John.
Well, that is so lovely on the nose.
It's nice,
sherry soaked fruit with the dried peels, the dates.
Yeah.
Christmas cake on the nose. You can even smell like they've put icing on the top of that, because it's got that sweet icing sugariness to the top of it.
I think there's a slight kind of, I was going to say burnt, but caramelized. Maybe it's like you've taken that sugar you've talked about and put a blowtorched it.
Taffy apple. It has. It's got that burnt caramel nose to it. There's even a wee hint of coffee sits in there, Clark, like a coffee bean.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's lovely. That is really nice. I can't wait to taste this. I hope you've got more than this in the bottle for this one.
I haven't. No, that's it.
Right.
I found a miniature when we were shopping, and I said, "Oh, there's a Paul John. I've not seen that one before, so I just bought it." So this is it. That's it. Once we've drank this, it's gone.
Well, that depends, because if I can find the bottle, and if I like it that much and I find the bottle, I might buy it. I love the nose. Oh.
It is nice, eh?
You know, I'm a massive sherry fan. I love a sherry whiskey.
As am I. Yes, as am I.
And this is amazing. It's got that. It's a lovely mahogany colour. I can't see how they can get that colour into it in 3 to 5 years. So it can't be as young as that.
It might be
old, unless they've coloured it.
Oh well.
I don't know if they add colour into that, but that seems impossible to get it as deep and as rich as that in 3 to 5 years. I'm going to reach over here if I can. Right.
Oh, I see what you're saying, aye.
Right. So I know that everything that's in this little bottle is what we made at our Tamdhu residency.
Yes.
The youngest in there, I think, was about 15 or 16-year-old. So
look at the colour, aye.
I'm just looking at the colour of that. And if I take my other Tamdhu here, the other one I made. So I find that hard. I find that hard to think that this is a young whiskey. Can it be young? I'll be surprised if it's young. Anyway, let's get a wee taste of it. I don't know how they get the colour in it, but I can tell on the palate that that's a young whiskey. So, but having said that, blackberries, mouth for them, dark chocolate. It's not as spicy as that last one.
Nope, nothing like it. Nothing like it, but it
and
might be
that wee hint of oak. You get that oaky, woody flavour that makes it sound like it's been in the cask. It tastes like it's been in the cask for donkeys, but it's a mouthfeel. There's no oiliness in there. It's not got that fullness that I would expect to have in that maturation. It's still a lovely dram on the palate, but the finish is not as long as we had on that bourbon cask. I've got a wee bit of cinnamon and nutmeg and blackcurrant jam. I do. I love a blackcurrant jam. I love blackcurrant jam, and that's what that's like. It's sweet and it's blackcurranty, and I like that.
I'm still getting that kind of the burnt kind of sugary kind of.
It's got that hickory. Remember that coffee, that camp coffee burntness that you used to get, that hickory type stuff.
Right. That's right. Aye. Aye, good. It's amazing because it looks like a matured, aged whiskey, but it doesn't taste like it. It's a great dram, though, Clark. It's honestly, I don't know what a dram of this would have. A bottle of this would cost. Our man who normally finds us the price is Tony. He'll go and Google it and come back and tell me what a bottle of this is and where you can buy it, because he normally does. But the nose, it's lovely and sweet. I love the fruitiness to it. It really is fruitcake in a glass. Is it? Aye, it is. Aye.
And they must be using quality Oloroso sherry casks to get that nose, unless, and like I said, they're adding something to it, but I don't think they do. Does the cask say whether it's matured or finished in sherry cask, Clark?
It doesn't particularly.
I think it's finished in a sherry cask. I don't think it's matured in a sherry cask.
I'm having difficulty reading it because the writing is so small. It's absolutely tiny.
I'll give you time.
No, it just says there's an aromatic tapestry of sherry influenced fragrances, and that's as much as it says.
Right.
So I really don't know.
That's a pity, because it'd be nice to know. I like that. That's a cracking dram.
It's a nice dram, aye.
So I've not scored it as highly as the previous dram.
There's the brilliance, no. Well, I'm the same actually, surprisingly, because I thought I would like this better, but I don't think I particularly do. I think the brilliance is better. I wonder if it'd be better. Would it be like to put a drop of water in it? Would we be brave and put a spot of water in it?
Oh, I didn't have any water with me this time.
Well,
I never brought any in.
Are we dropping this bottle
just because I looked at 46, 48% ABV, I wasn't going to add any water to it.
Mm-hmm.
So Tony's saying if it's 4 years over there, it's like 12 years in Scotland.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, much lighter.
So what's your thoughts? You've added a bit of water to it?
Not quite so burnty smelling on the nose as the last one was.
I'm glad I've not added water to it.
Still, you still get that dark fruits sort of, the dates and whatnot. It's still there. Well, a wee taste. A wee bit more heat.
A wee bit more heat.
A wee bit more heat.
I like the spicy heat that I'm getting from it.
Mm-hmm. There's a wee bit more heat. There's certainly more heat on the finish than there was before.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't particularly say that's done an awful lot to it.
I kind of feel that if you were adding a wee bit of water to that, it's going to take that ABV down a bit, and therefore you don't have that same alcohol content necessarily that you had previously.
Mm-hmm.
Might not affect the palate of it, but just the drinking it. Mm-hmm. Tony's saying we should try Indri, which I know is another Indian dram. Yep. Mm-hmm. So we might try that at some point. So that's us, buddy. That's us done the Oloroso, and we've done the brilliance. Mm-hmm. But what did you score it, Clark? Because although you've said you've been less, where are you?
Right, okay. Well, I'm still giving it 9 out of 10. Right, but I'm not giving
You're still giving it 9 out of 10, right? Okay.
But I'm not giving it 9 and a bit out of 10. I'm giving it 9 out of 10.
Right. I have scored this because I brought my last one up to 87. This one I've actually scored 86.
Right. Mm-hmm. It's not quite as good. It's a good dram, but it's not quite as good. The brilliance is better, I think.
If I compare them side by side, Clark.
Yeah.
Still prefer the nose of the Oloroso to the nose of.
Really?
This is fresh fruit. This is dried red fruits, sherry cask. I just love that whole. There's so much going on in there. All the berries and everything. Whereas this one is a wee bit more one-dimensional on the apple kind of freshness. This one gives me a lot more. But when I come to the palate, I like that wee bit better.
So do I. I prefer it. Yeah.
And when it comes to the finish, I prefer the bourbon cask. I don't think this is as long as the bourbon cask was. And so that's why if I weigh the two of them up, this one comes a wee bit higher up the scale than my Oloroso sherry. I still think Tamdhu's a better dram, hands down, with sherry casks.
There you go. But if you're right, then your Tamdhu sat in a barrel for an awful lot longer than that has.
Oh, aye, definitely. I mean, I agree with that. I'm going to do something. I'm going to take my Tamdhu.
Oh, you're going to have a taste, are you?
Well, no, I'm just going to nose it.
All right.
I'm going to put it in a glass and get just a tiny wee drop. And just nose it. I see it. It's deeper. It's so much more spicier, so much deeper and rounder in the way that it is.
Couldn't resist it, see.
What makes it? It's the ABV. The ABV in this glass is 66.7% ABV compared to the 48% we had before. It's that gives you that sweet, punchy kick that lasts all the way through. That 48% kind of just, you get it in your mouth and it's gone. Whereas now, I've got a mouthful of coffee apples, red berries, all the kind of stuff, blackcurrant jam, everything that's there, sherry trifle, the lot. It's just, that's in that, which is missing when you take the one at 48% for Paul John.
What's he saying?
It's a pity.
12 years in Scotland is bigger than 48 years in India.
That may be the case, Tony. But it's still
I would quite like to try that 48-year-old whiskey.
I don't think that they let them sit in the cask because it'd all evaporated by then if they had a 48-year-old whiskey.
48 years, that's right.
If they left it in the cask for 12 years, you'd have about that much in the bottom of the cask by the time they're finished. And it'd be worth about flipping £40,000 a bottle. So they're not going to make any money really on that bit that's there because it'll all evaporated by the time they get there. So yes, the Paul John Oloroso cask, love it, really nice dram. We go there, but it just shows you that the percentage of ABV in a cask makes a difference to that whole mouthfeel, everything that's going on, and the fact that this has been maturing in a cask for a minimum of 18 years, which is giving you all that fruity flavour that you're getting. There is no substitute for time in a cask. And I get that the temperature in India means that the maturation process moves quicker, but it doesn't add to the flavour as much as time itself in the cask. We live in a fantastic part of the world where it means that the temperature is ideal for creating whiskey. And there's no shortcuts. There's no shortcut to a good dram. That's my opinion. It's only my opinion.
No, I'm not disagreeing.
There is no shortcut to a good dram. And on that note, I just think that's how it is, Clark. I think Well, you've got to be honest when it comes to it. There is no shortcut to a good dram. Maturation, when it comes to whether it's triple distilled, double distilled, that's a preference to everybody that's there. Whether it's peated or unpeated, whatever way you like your whiskey, you enjoy your whiskey. Would I say to somebody, didn't go and buy a Paul John? Definitely not. I would encourage them to go out, buy a bottle of it and try it, because it's lovely. And I bet you get it at a reasonable price. I don't think you're going to be spending mega amounts of cash on a Paul John. You're probably going to spend, I don't know, I've not bought one, so I don't can. That was a very sweeping statement. I've just realised I made a statement. It'll not cost you very much. I actually don't know how much it might cost you. I think the last time I looked in Tesco's where I was in, there was a bottle that was on the shelf for about £54 or something like that. So I'm thinking it's round about that, about between £45 and £50-ish. And if that's the case, buy yourself a bottle and try it. I didn't think you'd be disappointed by the brilliance or by the Oloroso. If you like an Oloroso cask, I certainly would say I have a go at that, because I think that's a lovely dram.
It's a nice dram.
But if you've got that wee bit more money to spend, then I would. I'm biased, right enough. I'm biased because I would say to you, the Tamdhu 15 or a Tamdhu 18 are absolutely fabulous drams. Tamdhu 21, you know what it's like because you've got one.
I've got one.
So it's a great dram.
Have we tried that in the bottle yet? The 21?
Nope, not yet.
We're
going to do that because we both did the Tamdhu residency.
We did, aye.
And we were going to do the Tamdhu 21 along with our own drams that we made to compare and contrast where we thought we were, along with a Tamdhu that's come direct from the distillery. So ours will be a wee bit younger because it's a 21 that you've got. Ours will be about a 16, maybe 17-year-old kind of thing. But the ABV will be fairly similar. And then we can just compare and contrast. Then I can go back to Sandy and say to Sandy, here's your thoughts.
It was all right, but my dram was better.
I don't think Sandy would agree with me on that. As a distillery manager, I'm sure he knows better than me, to be perfectly honest with you. So, but anyway, at least they can't sack me.
No, that's a fair point.
So, anyway, I'm going back to your Paul John bourbon cask. Lovely honey colour. Lovely. In fact, it doesn't nose as well now as it did earlier on.
First of November was a Welsh Whisky Festival in Llandudno.
So I know. So that is a week on Friday.
It is. Week on Saturday.
And that's right. Friday's the 31st. There's no way that I'll be doing for that, but that's a pretty shame. But I'd love to get there. But I'm going to try and get down to one of their whiskey tastings if we can. But anyway, we will bid Tony and Ron a farewell. There's a third person who has remained quiet. So it's not been Gordy, because Gordy normally comes in and says to us, good evening, gents. So there's somebody else just keeping in the background watching what's going on, but that's all right.
That's fine.
We didn't worry as long as you've had a great night. Oh, they've hung the phone up. They've decided to jump off because I've highlighted that. And although Ron's came on, he's been very quiet tonight.
Yeah, he's usually a bit more talkative, but there you go.
All right. So, but anyway.
Right.
Tony, have a great week. Don't work too hard, pal. Thanks very much for joining us in the Tasting Bothy. We'll both raise a glass to you. Slange, if we don't see you before the 1st of November, because that's only a week or so away.
It's a couple of weeks.
Next Sunday we'll be back on in the Tasting Bothy, so we might get another dram and share a dram. But the following Sunday, I don't expect to see you in the Tasting Bothy because you'll be recovering for your Saturday in Llandudno. So, anyway,
Huh?
Slange, Tony.
Cheers.